Now, popHealth is based on either the CCR or the C32, which are pretty common formats now. What are the advantages of using these formats?
Well, a lot of EHR systems are implementing these formats out of the box now. They're being required by meaningful use. So this is a format that these electronic health record vendors will need to be able to produce anyway. So by being able to produce that kind of format and then popHealth being able to consume it, you've met one meaningful use requirement, and now by using this open source project, you can meet some of your other requirements. So it's actually kind of nice that you can sort of meet some of your reporting requirements for free, if you will, by using popHealth. So it is kind of nice, and it's nice on the implementation end for us in that there is standardization out there so that we don't have to, popHealth doesn't necessarily have to reach into or build adapters to every EHR product that's on the market now. That's sort of an intractable problem to have to go in there and build an adapter to each schema for each electronic health record system. So by having the ability to just work to two standard formats, we can get data out of a greater number of systems.
Since we're talking so much about meaningful use, I guess it's important to reiterate that you sort of have two types of output. You've got the nice reports for the web, and you've got XML documents.
That's right. So we also export these quality reports in a format called PQRI, which is another XML document, and these can be used to meet your reporting requirements under meaningful use, or they can be rolled up to different types of reporting agencies like public health officials at the city or state or regional levels.
Now, you're working on another project which is somewhat related called HData. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. So HData is a standardization effort where we're looking at building a RESTful transport for health information. And that's an effort right now that is working its way through HL7. And our goal there has really been to try to simplify the flow of health information. And I think there's some interesting synergy between HData and what you find on the Direct project, where the Direct project is really a sort of one-way messaging, a way to securely transmit a message from one endpoint to another, where HData is taking the view of how can I take health information, break it down in a granular fashion, and then expose that to different services to consume and to publish to.
There was a fairly well-known report recently by the President's Commission on Technology, PCAST, about producing new formats that were very modular, very easy to break into fine-grained pieces. And I think HData meets that requirement too.
Yeah, I think if you read the PCAST report and you look at some of the goals that we've set forward with HData, they are pretty closely aligned. That being said, I think what the HData effort has done, we've really just tried to take the principles that we've seen work on the web. I don't think we're really inventing any new rocket science here. We're just trying to take the approaches we've seen work very well on the web by exposing resources, building RESTful interfaces, and trying to break information down into small chunks that people can work with. That just seems to be an approach that's been very successful, and we would like to just adapt that to a different domain, the domain being healthcare.
Thank you.
Sure.
So Andy will be speaking at the Open Source Convention in July in Portland, Oregon about popHealth.